I had fulfilled the requirement when I came in, and I decided to continue just because I felt like there was so much more for me to learn. And I think that even if you just take 1 or 2 classes at Stanford, you will learn so much more of a language than you did in high school or at AP level or SAT or whatever it is. So I think, I think the added benefit of 1 or 2 quarters is really big, especially if you want to study abroad. Keeping it fresh, keeping it in your mind is great. And I think even if you wanted to start a new language, learning a language at Stanford I think is very different from starting a language in high school. You get a very different experience, as I mentioned, like much more intensity. So even if it's just 1 year, you'll probably learn more than you did in 1 year in high school. Also, the language programs, they've been for me a really great way to get to know professors. A lot of my other classes are much bigger than my language classes. I had a French class that was like 5 people. So it's a great way to have a small class experience and just do something different. I don't know a lot about the brain, but it feels like you're using a different part of your brain when you study in a foreign language. So I would definitely recommend continuing a language or starting a new one, even if you've fulfilled the language requirement.
So I study international relations, and IR is a major that requires I think 2 years of language, and I have that covered by now, so I forget. But it does require a language, so that encouraged me to continue doing Russian. And they also just fit together so seamlessly. It just kind of makes sense that I would have this interdisciplinary education in international relations, but then a language to back that up that gives me more grounds to be able to enter an international space and potentially work abroad. And there was no reason for me to stop after 2 years if that was really my goal.
I feel that it's a useful skill to be able to speak multiple languages, and you meet interesting people. You can go places and roam more freely, without a tour guide or something like that. And one day I'd like to go to France and some of the other countries in the Francophone world, like Martinique and places like that. So I decided to just keep taking it and see how I liked it, and I really liked it.